right, we love. Welcome, friends. Welcome to Geo Yoga. I hope you are well and out enjoying this beautiful weather that we're having. And I just wanted to let you know tonight we're going to finish up on our 5 elements. So our last element is earth. And so what we want to do tonight is find our grounding. So the element is earth, the ability to be stable and secure and grounded. So we're going to start standing up so that we can feel the full body grounding into the earth through the feet to start anyway. But we'll do it all through the whole body. So let's find a comfortable standing position. And you can be anywhere from toes touching, hip width, or wider, depending on what works for your balance today. And like I always say, it changes day to day, maybe hour to hour, and that's okay. We're in these bodies and just want to see how that works. All right. So let's take a moment here. Find your feet comfortably. If you want, you can lift up your toes and feel, some people like 4 corners, some people like 3 corners. So let's say the top 2 corners and the heel of the feet. And then bringing the toes back down, feel the body, mind kind of sways a little bit as you notice how important those toes are for our balance. So I'm going to give you a couple of cues here that we like to use for our posture. So in some traditions, they would call this mountain pose. Other ones, the Sanskrit would be Tadasana. That means something different. In other lineages, that's fine. So I'm going to say mountain pose, so we're all on the same page, or Samastiti if you like, which means the same. All right, so we are in this pose. Feet are rooted into the earth, crown of the head up towards the sky. You can have the hands face each other or towards the front. I like the palms open towards the front to notice that shoulder rotation. I can get into that back heart alignment a little bit more when I rotate my hands forward. But find out what you like. All right, let's do a couple more things here. So the hip point. So right here, the bone on the front here, we're going to pull in towards each other. Guys might not know what it feels like, but maybe they've seen a corset. So imagining pulling the strings from both sides in towards the center. So that's what we're doing, hip points in towards the center. So that's engaging these lower abdominal muscles. The next place that we're going to look is the back heart. So the tops of the shoulders are softening away from the ears, and then the bottom of the shoulder blades come towards each other. So we're making, kind of looks like a heart when we go like that. So imagine if I came up behind you or somebody came up behind you and kind of pinched those together with a clothespin. That's the idea that we're looking for in that back heart alignment. And then imagine that point coming in towards the heart center. And then the last one we're going to look at is the hyoid bone, which is a little horseshoe-shaped bone, goes like that back towards the back of your neck. So we're going to imagine somebody pulling that back and up. So we go from this to that. So we're opening up in this upper rib cage, standing nice and tall, little softness in the knees. And just feel that earth, that solid ground, that connectedness. Beautiful, wonderful, awesome, fabulous. All right, so let's come into some movement here. Let's start with our warrior one. So we're going to turn our left foot out and step our right foot forward. And let's come into the knee first. We go this way. All right. So we're going to start, we'll just leave the arms down by your sides, or you can rest them on the hips or hands at the heart. And we're just going to bend that front knee, moving with the breath. So we're going to inhale here. On the exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale to bend. Inhale to straighten. If that back leg is uncomfortable, you can bend that knee as well too. And maybe one or two more times. Excellent. And then straighten that leg. Sorry, bend the leg. Push off, step back. All right, let's go to the other side. Turn the right foot out, step this left foot forward. And let's move this knee with the breath. So we're going to inhale here. On the exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Beautiful. And one more time. Bend the knee. Push off and step it back. Excellent. All right. So let's add some arms, and we are looking at the earth element and grounding. So what we're going to do is bring the arms out, and then on the exhale, bring them into the heart or into the belly. Or you can do one hand at each or switch. All right, so left foot out, right foot forward. We're going to inhale, arms wide, bend the knee. On the exhale, hands to the heart, straighten the knee. Inhale, open. Exhale to the belly. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, one hand each place. Inhale, straighten. Excellent. And then wherever you'd like to from here, you can go back to the belly. Inhale, open. Exhale to the heart. Inhale, open, and then release. Bend that knee one more time, push off, and step back. All right, let's do the other side. Turn that right foot out, step this left foot forward. And then we'll bring the arms out on the inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Straighten the leg, inhale, bend the knee, arms come out. Exhale to the belly. Inhale, open. Exhale, one hand each spot. Inhale, open. Exhale, back to the belly. Inhale, open. Exhale to the heart. Inhale, open. Exhale, both. Inhale, open. And one last time to the heart. Beautiful. And release. Push off and step it back. All right, so I'm going to do another round of warrior one. And let's do the arms either up by the ears or cactus arms. I'm going to go cactus arms because then they're in the picture. But if you like arms up this way, you go for that. Either way, your choice. All right, turn the left foot out, step this right foot forward. And sorry if it's a little noise, we got a fan, we got somebody cutting the grass, we got teenagers having a party next door. It's loud tonight, but that's okay. All right, so let's start with this leg in front, mostly straight. Back leg is mostly straight unless you want to bend it, and that's always okay. And on the inhale, we're going to bend the knee and arms come up. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, back. So we're thinking about our earth element here and feeling how grounded the feet are. Nice and strong, energy coming all the way up into those legs. And then release. Bend that front leg. Step it back. Let's do the other side. Turn that right foot out. Step this left foot forward. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. And maybe a couple more. That feels nice. Excellent. And then let's bend that front knee, push off, and step it back. Excellent. All right, so we're going to come into some half sun salutation. Sun is almost down, and then it's going to cool off. Yay. All right, so we go from cold to hot to cold to raining and raining and raining, and then maybe it's nice. Okay, so if you have a chair and you want to use your chair, you're welcome to do that. So I'm going to do a couple at the chair just to show you that it is not cheating to not straighten your legs. Sometimes if our legs are too straight, we're hyperextending like that, and then we've got pain in the back or pain in the knees if we're hyperextending. So we'll start with the hands at the heart. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold, hands come to the chair. And we're just gonna go as far as the chair. So we're gonna bend the knees. On the inhale, straightening the legs. And you don't have to go all the way, just going as far as is comfortable. Exhale, bend the knees, tuck the chin. Inhale, going towards straight legs. Bend the knees. On the exhale, inhale, moving towards straight. Exhale, bend. And you can do a couple more of these. When you're ready to come up, we're going to push off from the chair and bring the arms out to the side, bend the knees, and then come all the way up. Hands back to the heart. All right, so we're going to do a couple more half sun salutation. That was just folding at the chair, but that's just to show you that you can do your half sun salutation there. I'm going to come back to the mat, but feel free to do that at the chair. All right, so let's start with hands at the heart. Inhale, hands come down, arms come up. Exhale, arms out to the side, forward fold. We're hinging at the hips. Come as far as is comfortable. On the inhale, bring the hands to the front of the legs and come up into a straight spine or halfway back up. So if you didn't come down far, that's okay. Just come halfway back up. Fold, come down just as far as is comfortable. A nice little bend in the knees. Arms come out to the side. Push in with the feet. Inhale, coming all the way up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Two more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms out to the side, bend the knees. Palms come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Last one. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Feel the feet grounding into the earth. Exhale, arms out to the side, hinge at the hips. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. Arms come out, push in with the feet. Inhale, all the way up. Palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Excellent. All right, so the next round that we're going to come into, and again, you're welcome to come to the chair and do your folds at the chair or do the arms out to the side again. I'm going to go arms forward this time. So if you like this version best, sorry, loose there. All right. If you like the arms out the side, please do that. Or if you like the chair, stick with that. All right. So I'm going to go arms forward. Finding your feet, hip width distance, wider, narrower, finding your balance in your feet. You're going to inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees. Push in with the feet, arms come up. Bring the torso. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms come to the ears, push in with the feet. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, you know what? I'm gonna do it 1 more time. Inhale, arms up, whichever way you like. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms to the ears. Push in with the feet, coming all the way up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right. So let's find our warrior 2. And then find ourselves grounded in warrior 2. So let's start with the left foot forward first. All right, so we did right with the warrior 1. We're going to do left with the warrior 2. So we're going to bend that front knee and bring the arms out. Gazes over those left fingers. And then let's take a moment and pause here and notice. Notice where we're feeling this in the body. Feeling the feet, and push the feet away from each other. And then let's move around here a bit. Let's go forward first. So we're going to bring this forearm, left forearm to left thigh, right hand on that right hip, sending that right shoulder back. And then if you want, you bring that right arm up. And then let's windmill around to peaceful warrior. Back to side angle pose. Peaceful warrior. And side angle pose. Let's finish with our peaceful warrior. And then coming into warrior 2. We'll drop the arms and step the feet back together. All right, so our next, I'll do that a little bit since the sun went down. And out. Does that look? All right, let's do the other side. Step this right foot forward. Bend that front knee, arms come up. Gazes over those right fingers. Extending out through the fingers. And let's go forward first. So right forearm comes to that right thigh. Left hand can start on that left hip, sending that left shoulder back. And then if you want, you can bring that left arm up towards the ceiling. And then all the way around to peaceful warrior. Back to side angle pose. Peaceful warrior. And one more time through side angle pose. And peaceful warrior. Let's come back to our warrior 2. Take a moment and check in with the body here. Extend out through the fingers, softening the shoulders. Drop the hands and step the feet back together. Excellent. All right. So let's come into a little balance tonight. We want to feel the earth, feel ourselves grounded into the earth. So let's start with our tree pose, of course. All right, so if you have a chair and want to use the chair, you're welcome to do that. So move back here. There we go. And chair, and I am in the picture. All right, well, awesome. So let's start with the left foot, grounding into the earth. We bring this right heel above that left ankle. So this hip, this left hip is nice and strong on this side, and then the right hip is open to the right on the right side. All right, so you can use your chair. You can bring your hands to the heart, hands to the hips, wherever you want that to be. And then when you're ready, grow your branches. Maybe they come out this way, they go up this way, whatever you like. Your branches, they can move. And if you have your chair, you want to bring your foot up higher, you can, or if you don't need the chair for your foot higher, that's fine. Just don't want it on the knee. It's a nice little hook right there, but we want to not be pushing onto those ligaments there. Not the best thing for the knee. Or you can bring it up above the knee, that's fine. But don't lose the integrity of this balance pose by going too deep and losing that sense of stillness and ease. All right, so extending up through the crown of the head, branches are wherever they would like to be, and then coming out nice and graceful. Excellent, shake the legs out if need be. And then we're gonna go to the other side. So right foot comes to the floor, left heel above that right ankle. Nice and strong on this right side. Left side is open to the left. Hands at the heart or hands on the hips. Wherever, whenever you're ready, sorry, branches can grow out or up or whatever kind of branches you have is fabulous. Make little points with your fingers. You can bring that foot up higher if you'd like. Again, just not on the knee. And we want this length in the body. But most important, of course, as always, is the breath. Keep that breath going. And then when you're ready, coming out nice and gracefully. Shake those legs out. And then we're going to, let's come into our moving balance poses. So we'll start with the first one, which is on the toes. So find your stance. We're going to inhale, the arms come up, and exhale, feet come down, arms come down. Again, inhale, coming up, exhale, down. Inhale, coming up, exhale, down. A couple times on your own, paying attention to the feet and the breath, moving the arms. And maybe one or two more. And then when you're ready, coming out, shake the feet if you'd like. And then let's do Karate Kid. All right, so that was palm tree, Karate Kid. So Karate Kid is arms or flying crane. We sometimes call it that. Arms come out to the side, one knee comes up, and then exhale down. Inhale and exhale. All right, ready? Here we go. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And if you want, just for fun, you can do it to the four directions. So I'm kind of at an angle to the directions, but that's okay. We can pretend, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, And to do the last direction, you have to seam the back. Excellent. And there you go. So if you want to do a couple more in any direction, that's fine. There you go. All right, so that's our Karate Kid. And let's see. I think let's come into let's do a rainbow pose because we haven't done one, maybe in a couple of days. So we're gonna come into a wide stance with the feet, just as wide as is comfortable for you. If you have a block or a pillow or something that you want to bring in front of you to reach down to, you're welcome to do that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna inhale. On the exhale, hinge at the hips, folding forward with the torso. Hands can come down to the block or the floor. And then when you're ready, we're going to inhale, lift this left arm up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, right arm comes up. Exhale, down. Let's do 2 more each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right. Exhale, down. Last time. Left side, inhale. Exhale, down. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Bend the knees. Bring the hands to the hips. Inhale, push in with the feet. Coming all the way back up. Beautiful. Heel toe, feet back together. There you go. Excellent. Okay. I love rainbow pose. So let's come down to the floor and find our tabletop. So hands and knees. And since we started standing, let's come into kind of a backwards practice from what we usually do. So let's start with our gate pose. So coming into a high kneel. How about that? So if you have a block, you're welcome to do that. I'm going to come at an angle here. So I'm going to start with my right leg out to the side. Right hand can be on that right hip or down that right leg. Inhale this left arm up. Exhale, bring it over towards the side. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, release. Tuck that right knee under. Left leg comes out. Left hand on that hip or down that left leg. Inhale this right arm up. Exhale over towards that left foot. Beautiful. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, release. All right, so let's come down to a low gate pose. Maybe move that out of the way. So let's start with the right leg again. So the right leg's going to come out to the side. Left hand stays where it is. Inhale, right arm comes up. Beautiful. Excellent. Bring that right hand down. Tuck that right knee under. And then we'll switch this way. Left foot comes out. Right hand stays where it is. Bringing this left arm up. Exhale, left hand comes down, tuck that left knee under. All right, so that's our twist. Let's do our lateral on our hands and knees. So left hand stays where it is, walk that right hand over. And turning and looking at that left foot. So we're opening up this right side body. And let's take 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Beautiful. Walk that right hand back. And then left hand comes over towards the right, next to in front of past. And then turning and looking at that right foot. And let's breathe into that left side body. 3 breaths. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Second one, inhale. Exhale. And one more. Wonderful. Rock that left hand back. And then let's come into our cat and cow. So I think this might be our first cat and cow. So when we're in this, let's pay attention to the back heart, so where the shoulders and the shoulder blades are, and the tailbone, and the collarbones. Okay, so those are our 3 points of reference. So we're going to inhale, looking out into our cow, leading with the collarbones. Exhale, round the spine, shoulder blades up towards the ceiling, tucking the chin. Inhale, coming back to our cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cat. Going nice and slow, feeling the different opposite curves. So that rounded curve in cat, that sunken curve in cow. Strong, not just dropping the belly to the floor. I'm going to keep that lower abdomen engaged. Excellent. And then let's add on our child's pose to this. Okay, so we'll start with cat. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat, and then down towards child's pose. You can come up through the forearms, back to cow. Exhale, cat, down to child's pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And then down to child's pose. Let's take a pause here in our child's pose. Unless child's pose is not comfortable for you, you can pause in puppy pose with the hips up, the head down. Or if you are comfortable coming into a child's pose, big toes together, knees are wide. Stack your hands in fists. Rest your forehead there using a block or a blanket. Or if comfortable, bringing your forehead down to the floor. So let's take a moment here in this child's pose or puppy pose and just let go. Feeling the forehead grounded, the shins, the knees, the tops of the feet grounded. Release in the body. And as comfortable, another breath or two. When you're ready to come up, we're going to come back to our tabletop and then sit over on one side or the other. And let's come into a bit of a pause, kind of in the middle here, and check in with the body. So finding a comfortable seated position. And if that means coming up and sitting in a chair, always go for what feels right for your body. So let's check in and notice where we're feeling tension. So maybe we already squeezed some of that tension out or breathed it out. And let's take a moment and check in with the breath. A lot of tension and tightness, anxiety, we hold up in the chest and we make these very shallow breaths in here. So we want to see if we can bring the breath all the way down to the earth. So in our mind, yes, I realize we're just breathing into the lungs, but let's bring that idea of the breath all the way down the spine. So we're going to inhale into the nostrils, head, and down the back body. On the inhale, we're going to come up the front body, pulling the belly button in, and then continuing up and out the nostrils. Take 2 or 3 more breaths here at your own pace. And wherever your breath is okay. All right, when you're ready, if you've closed your eyes, flutter the eyelids back open. And let's do a little bit more movement. We'll slowly move and make our way down to the floor, but let's do a little cat and cow seated here. So if you're seated cross-legged, hands come in front of the knees. If your legs are out straight, hands under the thighs, or if you're in your chair, hands under the thighs. All right, so for our seated cat, we're going to tuck the chin and round the spine back. On the inhale, we're going to come forward and looking up towards the ceiling. Exhale, coming back. Inhale, coming up, looking up. Exhale, back. Beautiful. And then let's come back to our neutral seated position. Now we're going to come into a little lateral work here. So you can use the floor, or if you have blocks and you prefer that, you can use them. All right, so let's go. Left hand on the floor, inhale, this right arm comes up. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale. Exhale. A couple of times on your own, moving with your own breath. See if you can get the inhale to go as the same length as the movement of the arm. And last time on this left side. And let's go all the way over this second round. So we're going to inhale, up and over, exhale all the way back. Inhale, up and over, exhale all the way back. Just a nice fluid movement, moving with the breath. Feeling those sit bones rooted down into the earth. Feeling the fingertips. One of my teachers would describe it as a paintbrush, painting a rainbow. You can imagine feathers. Something soft. Awesome. Awesome. All right, so coming back to center. And let's come into our twist next. So we're going to do some twisting on the floor. So let's do some seated before we get down there. All right, so inhale, lifting. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, first side. Exhale, center. Sorry. Inhale, center. Exhale, second side. Inhale, center. Exhale, first side. And a couple more at your own pace. Just a slow, not too deep twist. We're getting into that thoracic spine. Excellent. And finish the side you're on. Maybe do one more each direction. Moving at your own pace, your own breath. And then when you finish that, let's come back to our neutral spine. And to come back to symmetrical, let's come back to our cat and cow. So again, if you have your legs out straight, hands under the thighs. If they're crossed, hands in front of the knees. So we're going to exhale, tuck the chin, rounding back. Inhale, rounding forward, looking up. Exhale back. Inhale forward. When you're finished with that, coming back to our neutral spine, and let's make our way down to the floor. So, coming up to the top of the mat here. And let's see. Hands come to the knees. We're going to roll onto the flat of the back. Gently bring the head down, and let's do a little Apanasana here. Also known as wind relieving pose. All right. So what do we want to do here? A couple of different options. Hands on the knees, fingers pointed towards the feet, toes point up towards the ceiling. Exhale, knees come in. Inhale, they go back out. Other option, hands at the joint where the thighs meet the hips. On the exhale, hands slide up. That brings the knees in. Inhale, hands come down, brings the knees out. So pick your style. If your hands are on your knees and you're going back and forth, don't be grabbing, because that's going to tighten the shoulder and the arms, and we're all about the relaxing here. So if this is less of a gripping, that might be better. The other thing you can do is bring the knees out a little bit wider. So if they're right next to each other, you're balancing on just the spine. If you bring them out a little bit, sometimes there's a little bit more space in that lumbar spine and the back of the neck. So let's do 3 to 5, whatever number you need to feel that release. And really take notice of how that whole spine is grounded into the earth. So we want to leave the natural curves in. We're not trying to flatten anything out. Just feel the body, the torso, the hips, the head grounded into our earth element, to the actual earth itself. Excellent. And then let's all come together, knees in, and then we're going to inhale. We're going to do a couple rounds of this. Arms come up overhead, feet come up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bend the knees, hands come to knees. So you've got a couple of options here. So you can keep the legs straight and center. You can bend the elbows for cactus arms. That's one option. And then you can bring the legs out a little bit wider each time. So that's going to come into some more work for the hips here. Some abdominal work maybe. Coming just as wide as is comfortable for you. And then if you want, you can make your way back towards center. And then maybe one or two in the middle, if that's comfortable. And then let's do 3 to 5 Apanasanas. Exhale, knees come in. Inhale, release. After you finish that, let's bring the feet down to the mat. And then we're going to come into some bridge pose. So we'll do a couple of different rounds of bridge here. So I'm going to scoot down a little bit so I get enough room for my arms. There we go. Okay. So we want to bring the heels in as close to the body as comfortable. And let's just do our first round with just lifting the hips. So we're lifting from those hip points. Remember when we first started class, we were pulling them towards each other. So this time we're pulling them, we're using them to pull the hips up. And then the knee go that way, kind of like our suspension bridge. All right, so here we go. So we're going to inhale, lifting from the hip points up. And you don't have to go all the way up, just as far as comfortable. Exhale, release back down to the ground. Again, inhale. And exhale. One more, inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Okay, so this next round, we're going to add the arms. All right, here we go. So we're going to inhale, lift the arms and the hips. Exhale, arms down, hips come down. Again, inhale, lift the hips and the arms. Exhale, everybody comes back down. And one more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. All right, so one more round, and we're going to add a breath. All right, so that will be this. So coming up the same, inhale, arms up, hips up. On the exhale, we're going to release just the hips. And this is one of my favorite shoulder releases. Inhale again. Exhale, bring the arms back down by your sides. 2 more. Ready? Here we go. Inhale, arms up, hips up. Exhale, release just the hips. Inhale. Exhale, arms back down by your side. Fabulous. One more time. Inhale. Arms up, hips up. Exhale, arms down. Hips. Oh, sorry. Just the hips come down. Got ahead of myself. And let's take one more inhale. Exhale, arms come back down by your sides. All right, let's come back into that Apanasana. Again, knees can be out wide away from each other or closer in, whatever's comfortable for you. Halfway between. Hands on the knees or hands sliding up the thighs. Again, whatever works for you. Or holding too tight. And then when you're ready, let's bring the feet down to the mat and extend the legs all the way straight out. We're going to zip the legs up together like mermaid legs, toes pointed up towards the ceiling. And let's move just the arms here. So we're going to inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, arms down by your sides. Inhale, arms coming up. Exhale, arms back down by your sides. A couple more on your own, however many you want to do. See if you can move the arms with the length of the breath. And after you finish your last one, let's bring the arms away from the body just a little bit. We're going to move just the wrists. Let's take a moment and feel the whole of the earth holding onto us, that gravity. We don't have to do the work. We're being held by the earth. All right, let's do the wrist and then we'll come into our relaxation pose. So on the inhale, lifting the thumb up towards the ceiling, rolling over the pinky onto the back of the hand. Exhale, roll it back, palm to the floor. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Release the legs away from each other. Palms can face up or face down, whatever feels good. Maybe hold on to that earth if you'd like, or let the earth hold on to you, palms up. Whichever you decide is fine. I'm going to hop up and do your relaxation pose. All right, so getting any last little wiggles out. You can bring your legs up on your chair if you have one handy, or a blanket under the head or a blanket over you if you're going to cool off. And let's just be in this pose here, our relaxation pose. It's the hardest pose in yoga. So let's do a full body relaxation. We'll walk up the body, starting at the feet. Release the toes. Relax the tops of the feet, the soles of the feet, and the heels. Release the ankles. Relax the calves and shins. Release the knees, that space behind the knees. Relax the top of the thighs, the back of the thighs. Let the pelvis be heavy and sink into the earth. Relax the abdomen. Release the rib cage and let go of breath. Relax the whole way from the tip of the tailbone all the way up into the skull. Let the shoulders be heavy and sink into the earth. Relax the upper arms, elbows, and lower arms. Release the wrists. Relax the hands, fingers, and palms. Relax the throat and the back of the neck. Release the jaw. Let the tongue be heavy and fall away from the roof of the mouth. Let the eyes be heavy and fall to the back of the head. Smooth the forehead and face. Let any last thoughts seep out the top of the crown of the head. Let the earth's gravity hold you. Let the air around you breathe you. Take the next few moments and just be. Gently coming back into awareness. Wiggle your toes. Wiggle your fingers. Roll your head side to side. And take a moment here before you roll over to feel that solidness and that security in the earth. And now when you're ready, rolling over onto your right or left side. When you're ready, and again with an inhale, using your upper arm to push up to a comfortable seated position. And let me give you your mudra and then we'll do our breath. So we're going to take index finger, middle finger. The thumb is holding the ring and the pinky finger. And we're going to touch 2 fingers to the ground on both sides. So this down to this. This is the mudra, gesture of the earth. Core quality is stability of the earth. Attuned to the earth's stability, I move confidently along my life journey. And this is especially helpful for cultivating a sense of stability both in the body and mind, strengthening the bones, facilitating optimal postural alignment, reducing blood pressure, cultivating grounding and embodiment, supporting the treatment of anxiety. Okay, so can't use all of those today, right? Okay, so got your mudra. So let's bring the hands to the heart and we'll do our sun breath because we got to watch a beautiful sunset here. All right, so let's do, this is what it looks like. So we inhale, hands come down, around, touch fingertips. Exhale, arms come around, down, back to the heart. 3 times. Here we go. Inhale. And exhale. Hands back to the heart. Again, inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. And I wish you good health and contentment tonight. The light inside of me sees, honors the light inside of all of you. Namaste. Have a beautiful, wonderful, glorious rest of your day.